here's the Pope saying that you should vote for the lesser of the two evils, and the big thing was about how you're supposed to welcome the stranger. He says that Jesus said to welcome the stranger. We'll go ahead and let the...
La migrazione è un diritto.
Saying migration is a right that is enshrined in sacred scripture. I remember that the Catholics, the Pope was against the Iraq War. But I went to Catholic church, and God, there's a lot of white people there that didn't hear the priest. The priest wasn't very clear about being against the Iraq War, because you're supposed to be obedient, right? You're supposed to just obey. You're supposed to be authoritarian, beat up your children. That's all the Catholic Church in America. That's all I know that the Catholic Church taught you. Beat up your kids, and then don't give a damn about the Iraqi people. Go ahead and commit a genocide of 1 million Iraqi people. So the Pope comes out against the war, and yet the Catholic people are the ones that I went around. This is in St. Joseph. They were all about the Iraq War. They love the Iraq War. They can't get enough of the Iraq War. They don't care that 1 million Iraqis were killed. They don't give a shit at all. They actually have no soul, and they're not even listening to the Pope, which is weird because when JFK was elected, the whole thing was, oh, he's going to take his marching orders from Rome.
Un diritto che già nella Sacra Scrittura,
so he says that migration is a right. It's enshrined in sacred scripture. The stranger, the orphan, and the widow. You're supposed to give a damn about the stranger, the orphan, and the widow. So I'm sure there's a lot of Catholics that won't listen to this or give a damn about anything that the Pope is saying. They'll go to their damn church, pretend they're holy, pretend they're pious, pretend they are better than others. It's a social club to them. They go to their social club and they'll bow their head and they'll say, hey, love me and care about me, but they don't care about others. They will never give a damn about the stranger, the orphan, or the widow. So I just want to point out the contradiction of what the Pope is saying versus what the Catholics in America say.
L'Antico Testamento c'era lo straniero, l'orfano e la vedova, non dimenticare quello che io penso dei migranti. Poi è l'aborto. La scienza dice che al mese del concepimento ci sono tutte le organi di un essere umano, tutti. Fare un aborto è uccidere un essere umano. Ti piace la parola? Non ti piace, ma è uccidere. E questo la Chiesa non è chiusa perché non permette l'aborto. La Chiesa non permette l'aborto perché uccide, è un assassinio, e questo dobbiamo avere le cose chiare. Mandare via i migranti, non lasciarli sviluppare, non lasciare avere...
Here he's saying expelling migrants, not letting them develop, not letting them have a life is an ugly thing, it's mean.
Vita è una cosa brutta,
abortion,
cattiveria lì. Mandare via un bambino dal seno della mamma è un assassinio. È chiaro, le cose sono chiare. L'orfano.
So the problem with this is that people who pretend to be pro-life are the ones that are doing the killing in Palestine. They're pro-death penalty. They murder all the damn time. They don't give a damn about their kids. They don't care about the animals. They don't care about any life at all. So it's incredible that they call it pro-life because it's just control. It's all that they care about is authoritarian control, oppression. And that's unfortunate, right? Because the message from the Pope isn't getting down to him. The virtues are not being passed along. But the oppression and the hierarchy, that is definitely being passed along.
No, lo straniero e la vedova.
He says these things are clear, the orphan and the stranger and the widow. You're supposed to love the orphan and the stranger and the widow. Do not forget this.
Non dimenticare quello. In genere si dice che non votare è brutto, non è buono, si deve
And so the
votare e si deve scegliere il male minore. Chi è il male minore? Quella signora o quel signore? Non so, ognuno in coscienza pensi e faccia questo.
So the people that are just saying kiss your daddy's ass and only obey, 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 they don't give a damn. They don't have any virtues. They don't give a shit about other people. They're all about child abuse. They'll drag you across the room and they'll be an asshole to you and they'll talk down to you and they'll humiliate you. What they won't do is say, hey, I love my children and I want my children to do well in this world, because it's not what they believe. And so there's a lot of ugliness and evil in the world because the Christians aren't actually reading their own Bible and the Catholics aren't reading their own Bible. And they don't care what Jesus actually said. They don't give a damn about any of the words that Jesus actually said. I know that there's Catholics that say that the law doesn't even apply to them. So when people want to complain about the Haitian immigrants, well, what about all these Catholics, these so-called Christians that don't even know the damn preamble to the Constitution? Not only do they not know that, but they won't do the least bit to make sure that their children are doing well in this world. They're all about child abuse, and they love beating up their kids, and they'll walk right amongst you, and they'll smile, and they'll pray, and they'll put their heads down, and they'll kiss your ass. What they won't do is start being good to their kids. They can't do that.